Hello boys and girls, this is going to be the last lesson video based on one of the read aloud legends that you've watched this week. So this one, we're going to talk about how we're looking at the characteristics of legends in The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush. So if you have not already watched the read aloud video for The Legend of the Indian Paintbrush, please pause this video now, go to that link, and watch that first before moving forward. So if you have watched it, just a reminder, the characteristics of a legend: we have realistic setting from long ago, hero with positive characteristics, problem that the hero has to solve, sometimes caused by an anti-hero, truth about a real thing or place, elements of cultural life, mystical elements and hyperbole, solution created by the hero, and a lesson that is learned by the characters. So let's take a closer look. In this legend, the realistic setting is the plains. So it focuses on a Native American tribe of the plains, and it's set long ago. Who's our hero? Well, in the beginning, his name is Little Gopher. And what are some of his positive characteristics? We know he's creative, he's determined, he's patient, he's faithful, and he's true to himself. What's the problem in the story? This is a little bit trickier to determine. So really, the thing that's standing in his way, the obstacle that he's facing, is that he's not able to share the beauty of his dream vision with his people. That's something that he's struggling with over and over again throughout the story. He's trying to paint these beautiful pictures. They're just not coming out as he saw them in his dream vision, and that's what he's been tasked with. That's what the spirits told him in his dream vision. He had to create this picture that was painted with all the beautiful colors that he saw in the sky during that sunset during his dream vision. So what is the real thing that this legend is based on? Well, it's based on the Indian paintbrush wildflower. This is how the story goes of how the Indian paintbrush was created. So if you saw at the end of the read aloud video, they actually show real pictures of the actual wildflower in its natural environment. So this is a real wildflower, and this is the story of how it came to be. So what are some elements of cultural life? Like I said, this is again a Native American legend. It's based on the people of the plains. So you'll notice a lot of similarities between this tribe and the Comanche tribe, which was in the Legend of the Blue Bonnet. One of the things that you might notice is similar is the traditional names. So they named the main hero character Little Gopher because he was known as being smaller. As one of his people, he couldn't be a warrior because he was too small. So he had to rely on his true gifts, his real gifts of being creative and creating paintings and things like that to find his role in his tribe. You might also notice the similarities of the tradition of hunting and being warriors. That was very similar to the Comanches, who also had hunters who had the bows and all those different tools. And another thing that is connected to Native American culture is the idea of a dream vision, where spirits appear to you in sort of a dream. So that is another thing that is a common theme in Native American culture that you might see if you read other Native American legends. So what were some of the mystical elements? The paintbrushes that turned into flowers overnight, dream visions in the sky, those are pretty much exaggerations or examples of mystical or magical elements. What was the solution that the hero caused in the story? Well, he remained true to his gifts and never gave up, and as a result, the spirits rewarded him by giving him the colors that he needed to create his dream vision painting. That's what he found up on the top of the hill, and he was able to finally create that painting. So what lesson is learned in this story? Well, I think that Little Gopher learned to be true to himself because he never gave up on his true talents and his real purpose in life, which was to create these beautiful paintings of what was going on in his tribe. That's how he would be remembered throughout the ages. And he was also very patient and faithful, and as a result of him being so faithful, that's why he was rewarded by the spirits who gave him the colors he needed for his painting. So in the end, you might also notice that his name changed as a result of being able to reach his goals. So he was changed, his name changed just as the the main hero in The Legend of the Blue Bonnet changed after she made the sacrifice for her people. So that's another aspect of cultural life, the changing of a name based on your role that you play or any achievement that you've made. So that's just another thing to note in terms of similarities. So, what now? You've read these three legends. We've made these connections between the similarities and different characteristics of legends that we found in them. That's pretty much where I want to stop in terms of examples. So now it's time to see what you've actually learned from these. So I'm going to ask you guys to log on to Study Island and take the quiz called Legends Quiz. This is a graded assignment, so please answer your questions carefully and submit them when you're finished. If you have any questions in regards to this, please send me a message. I highly recommend rewatching these lesson videos before you take that quiz and submit it. All right, let me know if you have questions, boys and girls.